We were so mad when we heard about this case. We did some digging and found out that there's already been a preliminary hearing and a lawsuit filed. We do want to warn you that scenes from this body cam footage can be upsetting.
I just broke my drink I paid for.
You didn't talk to no employee?
They just wanted $14.
Okay.
I would love to. The guys that wanted to assault me were right here.
Okay. Where did they go?
The first one went that way, and
Thank you. Hey, you guys just want this guy to trespass? Okay.
You're saying that's the guy that assaulted
right there, with the backwards hat on. Yep.
Okay. What's he gonna say if we go talk to him?
He was. You can watch the video. He was standing right outside of the door. He pushed me inside the store, and he was telling me, "Get out, get out, get out." I'm saying, "I'm not going out there. There's other people trying to."
Alleging he assaulted you. Do you want him to go to jail?
Yes.
So this guy's acting like a fool inside the Circle K. They call the cops on him. They want him trespassed. And then he just starts pointing fingers at somebody else.
He's saying that I'm only inside the store and not leaving because this guy outside assaulted me, and I'm not going to leave because he's still out there.
And that they can pull the camera.
Yeah.
He said, "Put his hands on me." I felt violent, and he was pushing me outside the door, and he was standing outside the door opening and saying,
That dude.
Why didn't you wait here first?
The black guy?
Yeah. Hey, buddy, stop where you're at. Have a seat. Tase him, tase him, tase him.
Oh my God, I feel so bad for him. He looks so scared.
He looks terrified.
He doesn't know what's going on.
They didn't ask him any questions or anything.
It looked like he was looking down when they jumped out of the car.
Yeah.
And so he just looks up and sees people coming at him.
Grabbing him.
Oh, it makes me so mad.
Get your hands behind your back. Get your hands behind your back. Get your hands behind your back, asshole.
So this cop is just assaulting a dude. Let's just call it what it is. He jumps out of a vehicle, jumps on this dude. Don't even know if it's the right person. Takes him to the ground, and now he's calling him an asshole.
This is infuriating.
Get your hands behind your back.
This is too much. I'm like speechless.
Within a whole 30 seconds, it went from 0 to 1,000. They didn't even tell him he was under arrest.
He didn't even try to communicate with him to even find out that this man is deaf.
But aren't they supposed to say you're under arrest, and then if they resist arrest?
Yeah.
So they just skipped all of that and went to
they
assault.
didn't even say you're detained. They didn't have any kind of conversation.
If they would have attempted to conversate with him, then they would have realized he's deaf.
Yeah.
Instead, you're literally assaulting somebody. That's what that is.
Yeah, no, it pisses me off.
Hold him. Move. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. All three X-ray taser deploy more units. Hand behind your back! Hand behind your back! One more! Hand behind your back! More! Hand behind your back! You're gonna hit. Hand behind your back! Hand behind your back! Now! Hand behind your back! Okay.
So they're yelling at this poor man to get his hands behind his back. And he can't hear them, and so they just continually beating him.
They're tasing him, and when you're tased, your whole body is going to tense up, and you probably can't move your body.
How can he even be able to put his hands behind his back?
Go through X-ray, getting him in the cuffs now. Little fire. Oh, I broke my hand. Did he bite you? Yeah.
So the guy whose body cam we can see is complaining about breaking his hand, which I'm sure was from beating him.
Yeah.
And then that guy's saying that his hand got bit or some crap.
Taser deployed. And
do this over an assault.
I think that's about it.
It's apparent now that the guy is deaf. He sounds like he's trying to speak, and the fact that they're just ignoring it.
Ridiculous.
Stand by. Search. Other side. Hi. We're good now, thanks. Fuck. All right, stand them up. Hey, get up. Stand up. He is, but he's in cuffs. He's not being combative, he just doesn't want to go in the car.
My husband, he was on the phone with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's under arrest for assault on a police officer.
What happened?
He assaulted somebody at the Circle K. You can wait over there, I'll tell you right about it.
Yeah,
In a little bit.
I know he was on the phone with him the whole time. He didn't assault nobody.
Okay. Well, he did now.
So this woman came out and was just like, he's not assaulted anybody.
Yeah, she said that she was on the phone with him the whole time and that he didn't assault anybody at the Circle K. They're like, well, he did now.
But he didn't. I didn't see him even attempt to hit, kick anyone.
No, it seemed like
He was just trying to get his hands like to protect his head. Getting
been
punched.
I would assume you're going to want to protect your face first. And yeah, it seemed like he was trying to get away from him, but I didn't see him assault anybody.
No. And again, it was 2 against 1.
You guys arrested him and he's got a disability.
Unlock your car, bro.
Arrested him for no reason.
What kind of disabilities do you have?
Have someone get a rip out here and
Okay.
And I've been on the phone with him since Circle K.
How is he deaf if you've been on the phone?
Because I know sign language, that's why. I signed to him.
disability.
That's why.
Smart ass cop. How were you on the phone with him? You can be on the phone on video.
So this woman is saying, I've been on the phone with him. He's not assaulted anybody. She let him know that he's deaf and has...
Cerebral palsy. And yeah, she's...
And he goes, oh, okay, cool.
What kind of medical conditions you got, man? You got a
I've been
bag?
messing with him for no reason.
You got a bag?
I've been on the phone with him since Circle K.
Okay.
You guys went in there because some guy was fucking with him at Circle K. And you guys arrested him? I've been on the phone with him the whole time.
Someone bit me.
What?
What?
Career safety. This parking lot is being recorded.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know.
Having to feel an officer got bit. You broke it now?
I don't know. Kind of feels funny and my knuckles now smaller. Okay. No.
I wish my body cam didn't fly off.
Can you run?
I'm glad you know that for a fact.
He went to stop them, they started fighting.
Okay.
You guys break my phone?
Is this yours or his? That is not mine. That is his. He had it in his hand. This is mine. Yeah, did you get your body camera?
Yeah.
So you can see this officer's hand. It's bloody or whatever, but that doesn't look like a bite mark.
No, he probably hit it on the ground, to be honest.
When
Scraped
you
it.
had him in the chokehold, yeah.
Yeah, because look at the cracks, too.
I tested it this morning.
guys are bogus. And I'm here to tell him the whole time. And I need your guys' bad number too, please.
8275.
And your name?
Harris.
And what is your name, sir, and badge number?
11787, Sue.
That's it. Well. Yep, it's because he assaulted me.
He also bit me.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all because that was our video.
What's that? What's that look like?
You can just leave it on the side for now. I don't know how he's gonna be.
Y'all keep messing with him for no reason. And he's got a disability. Y'all shot him 5 times.
Oh, in the back somewhere.
And tased him.
Say something?
Bit me.
Yeah, he bit you. He bit Sue.
I checked this side camera.
You got fire. 24 coming, right?
Baby, I'm here.
Okay, there might be some
I'm here. You can't breathe.
intoxication of some sort.
Disability.
Can you tell them to step it up, please?
He has a disability.
That better be them.
I'm here, babe.
Oh, good.
I'm here. I'm here. Look at me. Look
Ma'am,
at me. I'm
hey,
here.
ma'am, over there on the
Look at me. I'm
sidewalk,
here.
or you're gonna go to jail. Over there on the sidewalk.
She's just trying to sign to him.
Looks like she's trying to get in his line of sight to sign to him.
Back up more.
I am backing up.
See that line in front of you?
I am backing
That's good. Thank you very much. If you come over here across that line, you're going to be arrested.
Well, at least they gave her a warning.
Yeah, they didn't say you're being detained, nothing. Just started throwing fists at him.
They literally just come flying out of the vehicle at him. It was insane.
You understand? Okay, you've received a warning. I'm gonna assume you understand.
You good, brother? I got ready.
Does he have any belongings, like my phone?
He has some belongings, yes. You know what the things
Who's in the worst shape? Probably him.
Probably him. You got bit.
I got bit, yeah.
Was there another officer too, or just one?
He might have broke his hand, maybe. Yeah.
Hey man, this is the fire department, alright? You leave them alone.
Let them check you out, okay? They hate with the firefighters.
So what happened?
He can't hear you.
You got into a fight with somebody at the Circle K, came over here, they started fighting with
So, over 10 minutes into this interaction, someone's finally listening that he's deaf. The other men heard it. They ignored it. Because
Yeah,
she
they don't
told
care.
them.
Yeah.
She told them at the beginning that he's deaf.
us. He bit the
He
officer.
signed, yes. That's why I was walking over there. because I
Freaking
was
out.
signing to him. You
Got stuff
signed?
on him or
Okay.
He got tased too.
Okay.
You got it.
That's why I was trying to get his
We're gonna just face these guys.
Apparently you guys tasered him and he has cerebral palsy. Good job.
Okay, well, he bit me.
Nobody cares if he got bit in the process. And why does he just keep, I got bit over and over again? Cry harder.
He should never attacked us.
Don't even bother with your car.
Yeah.
Real quick, he got bit by this.
Okay. Do you want me to wrap it up for you, or do you want to take pictures first?
Yeah, I'll probably wait till pictures and
Okay.
stuff.
Let me know. I'll wrap it up for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take your temperature here, okay?
He's deaf, so I don't know if he's gonna.
We probably gotta wait for pictures first for the 245.
You got the.
Yeah, he might have broke his hand, maybe.
Okay. This officer here?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's because what he was
Because
saying.
we've only got the one ambo right now. We'll get another one for you.
We only have one ambulance right now. Oh, I can drive myself. He was going to take an ambulance for his hand.
I hope that the guy that's saying that is just saying, hey, we're going to take him first, not who do we need to take first.
Oh my God, yeah.
No.
You gonna drive yourself over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Do you want us to evaluate? Do you want us to check you out, do a chart or anything? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, me and Jorge will worry about the 245 and stuff like that, so.
Did you all get his name?
Yeah. Does he have a wall?
I didn't find anything.
No.
So they just now ask, did you get his name? So not whenever you were initially supposed to roll up to somebody who's not being combative to talk to them to get their side of the story to see what's going on and ask their name. Hey, what's your name? What's going on?
Yeah, they're just now asking, hey, what's this dude's name after EMT's been there checking on him and they're fixing to put him in the ambulance to go get him medically cleared to go to jail.
And not only that, his wife is standing right over there. They didn't even ask her who he was.
Yeah, because they didn't care.
Hey, bro, let me get you. Go back to the station. I'll meet you over there, and I'll do all 31 on that. What's up?
I'll call boss real quick.
Yeah, actually, just call boss on no code 4 for you and
If you're enjoying this video we've put together for you, please take a moment to hit like, subscribe, and share. It really helps us out. Let's get back to the video.
Multiple state leaders are all demanding action.
We exposed the video showing two Phoenix police officers immediately going after a deaf man with cerebral palsy, then repeatedly punching and tasering that man.
This must be the footage from the store that was there. It looks like they ambushed him, period.
Yeah, like the truck pulled up, you can see him kind of pause to redirect, like walking.
Because he was on his phone, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he was just trying to avoid
Whatever's
the
going
vehicle.
on.
Yeah.
Phoenix says the arrest is now under internal investigation.
But that hasn't stopped those officers from going to court and making sure that man was officially charged with assault and resisting arrest.
We were in court for what's called a preliminary hearing. Basically, that's a hearing to decide if there's enough evidence for charges to go forward. And that means the two main officers had to take the stand under oath.
Since that day,
This is Officer Benjamin Harris, and this is Officer Kyle Sue. They're in court to testify against Tyron McAlpin. He's deaf, he has cerebral palsy, and he's here for a judge to decide if there's probable cause for his arrest on August 19th, 2024. So why did officers go after Tyron? It's because a Circle K called about this guy. His name is Derek, and while Derek was being removed, he pointed at Tyron walking across the street and claimed Tyron had assaulted him.
And you didn't confirm Derek's story with any of the witnesses inside.
No, dude, why don't you wait here for a
Derek's story would end up being false, but in that moment, the officers decided to take Derek's word at face value, leave him, and go after Tyron.
We already established that when you pulled into the parking lot and yelled at Tyrone, he didn't respond to you, correct?
Correct.
Did you check to see if he had headphones in?
I didn't notice.
Did you check to see if there was a reason why he couldn't hear you?
No.
He's just sitting there. Look at that look on his face. Like it's no big deal.
It's so boring to be here.
Did you try to wave him down?
No.
During your initial interaction with Tyrone, you wrote that Tyrone raised his hands. Can you describe what that looked like?
Yeah, he raised them in a manner that appeared to me he was going to use them to punch me.
So he raised his hands like this?
No.
Can you demonstrate again, please?
Yeah, he raised them in a manner that appeared to be ready to strike me. So what that communicated to me is I was about to get assaulted, not that someone was giving up.
I think anybody would take that pose if you didn't hear anybody and you're startled.
The look on his face says he's startled.
It was a defense stance.
And you're startled and caught off guard.
Now, is it possible that Tyrone raised his hand to protect himself from your punches?
That's not what his body language communicated to me.
I'm asking you if it's possible. Are you saying it's not possible?
I don't know if it's possible. So just underneath my ring finger at that.
If you've noticed the cast on Officer Harris's hand, it's because he broke his finger arresting Tyrone.
Why don't we call it what it is? He broke it while he was arresting him. Really?
No, you broke it while punching somebody repeatedly.
He doesn't look like he gives two shits about what happened.
No, and unfortunately, there are certain people that are attracted to the police force because it's a power dynamic.
And at the end of his testimony, the prosecutor asked Officer Harris how all of this could have been avoided.
The defendant had just put his hands down or said, I can't hear, or I need to write, or something like that. What would you have done?
I would have had him sit down, made motions with my hands to have him sit down, and then I would have gotten a pen.
You wouldn't have
paper and pen out for him.
You wouldn't have punched him in the head and knocked him to the ground and tasered him?
No.
Now, let's get to the testimony from Officer Sue.
As I was going to pull in the park, I looked over and observed the defendant actively swing at Officer Harris, and then as I was putting my car in the park, I jumped out and ran over there.
Sue's body camera fell off, but during the arrest, he testified that Tyrone bit his hand.
Can you hold up your hand high so we can see, show the judge exactly, point where it was that he bit you?
Right there.
Okay.
I'm just getting child vibes.
It is child vibes. It reminds me of my children when they're trying to show me something that's not there and they want a Band-Aid for it.
Exactly what it is.
Yep.
There's no body camera footage that shows the bite. And here's what happened when Tyrone's attorneys asked the officer to go through the video.
Anywhere in there?
Nope.
And stop at the moment when he says Tyrone bit him.
Right there.
The moment Officer Sue pinpointed is when the other officer's camera pans up and you can't see Tyrone. The defense asked Sue if it was possible that he cut or scraped his hand on Tyrone's mouth or the ground while choking him. But Officer Sue said no and denied using a chokehold.
Is that your arm there, directly around his throat?
The one on the bottom?
Yes.
That's my arm.
Okay. And that is around Tyrone's throat, correct?
Looks too hard to tell.
It just seems like he's lying because he's caught. Like they have it on video. That's a freaking chokehold.
We can see from here that your arm's around his neck.
I think anybody looking at it can tell.
I guarantee you this is all about covering their ass.
Yup.
So how is this not a chokehold?
When I think of a chokehold, I think of two arms from the same person.
In a bizarre moment, the prosecution then got back up to prove Tyrone bit the officer, first showing pictures, then asking for a demonstration.
Would you open up your mouth and stick your wrist in your mouth?
Say again?
Could you open your mouth and stick your wrist in your mouth? And then pull it out to the side? Did you just cut your arm?
Objection, Your Honor. This is extremely speculative and really doesn't...
Overruled. I just watched him do it. That's not speculation. He's demonstrating.
Officer, did you just cut your arm when you did that?
I did not.
At this time, I do believe the state has presented sufficient evidence to establish.
In the end, the judge found there was probable cause for the criminal case to move forward against Tyrone. The judge didn't give an explanation, but the ruling means Tyrone still faces felony charges of aggravated assault and resisting arrest.
How is that even possible? At the beginning of this news clip, they said that the gas station guy was lying.
And they took him at face value and just went and jumped out of a vehicle and started attacking this guy.
And even if they say he assaulted one of the officers in the process of resisting, it was an unlawful arrest in the first place.
Yeah.
I like how these two cops, though, they showed up to testify to make sure that the charges would stick.
Mr. McAlpin, this will conclude today's hearing. I'll have you stepped over to my bailiff just to sign for those release conditions, but good luck to you moving forward in your case.
Again, Phoenix is not commenting on the arrest because they say it's under investigation. But this case is a sensitive one. We've learned the DOJ is now aware of the case. And it's important to remember that the arrest happened after the DOJ released its historic investigation into Phoenix PD. And the feds say they want to put the department under federal oversight.
Tyron McAlpin's lawyer, Jesse Showalter, says when he saw the body cam footage from this arrest, he was shocked. He says he thinks there's a lot more evidence that is going to come out that is now in the city's possession that will shed more light on this incident.
These officers went wrong from the moment that Officer Harris got out of the car.
Hey, buddy, stop where you're at.
You watch the video, what you see is that his arms are reaching out, and he's assaulting Tyrone from the moment the encounter begins. The number of times that these two officers are striking Tyrone in the head is extreme, and it's outrageous, and it's something that, we thought was a thing of the past.
The officers both reported injuries, leading to felony charges against Tyron McAlpin of aggravated assault against an officer. Calls to drop those charges now coming in from different organizations and politicians, while interim police chief Michael Sullivan released a statement Wednesday evening which says in part, quote, "The Professional Standard Bureau launched an internal investigation into this incident."
It's very odd to ask for people to be patient when the justice system's not patient with Tyrone and he's facing these serious charges that are wholly unwarranted and should be dropped.
Showalter says McAlpin's family is overwhelmed by the situation and that it has altered Tyrone's trust in law enforcement.
He has to continue to live in this community knowing that, that he's not safe from police on the streets.
Top leaders and community groups started speaking out about the controversial arrest after it gained worldwide attention. A Maricopa County attorney has announced charges against Tyron McAlpin have now been dismissed.
Well, good. They should have never been brought forward anyways.
No, those police officers should have immediately been taken off the force.
We were curious what happened to the Arizona officers involved in the assault against Tyrone, and we found this article from October 15th not too long ago. It says that the Arizona NAACP has called for the officers to be placed on administrative leave until a full probe is conducted. So that makes it sound like they're not even on administrative leave at this point.
They're still on active duty?
That's what it sounds like because they're calling for them to be put on administrative leave. As we were looking through this, I came down here to this point. And so McAlpin's lawyer has denied any wrongdoing, but it says that Tyrone spent 24 days in jail before he was able to make bond.
What?
Yeah.
There are fast-moving developments since we first broke this story. New tonight, 2 state legislators demanded police and prosecutors drop the charges against McAlpin. So did the Democrat running for Maricopa County attorney. And again, just moments ago, the case was dismissed. The National Association for the Deaf also sending the city a scathing letter with a list of demands. And the NAACP meeting with the Department of Justice on this case.
That fallout is not stopping.
Getting to this case dismissal, Tyron McAlpin was facing charges of aggravated assault and resisting arrest. In this statement from County Attorney Rachel Mitchell, I promised I would personally review the case, including a large volume of video recordings, police reports, and other materials that have been forwarded to my office. I also convened a large gathering of senior attorneys and members of the community to hear their opinions as they pertain to the case. I have now completed my review and have made the decision to dismiss all remaining charges against Mr. McAlpin. The Arizona Commission for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing put out a statement saying they provided the Arizona Peace Officer Standards and Training Board with special training about communicating effectively with those who are deaf, but those trainings aren't being much utilized. And in court, here's what the two officers who arrested Tyrone said about their training.
Liked training with people who are hard of hearing.
Okay, can you tell me more about that?
That was about 7 years ago. I don't remember much of it.
Have you received any training in dealing with members of the public who have disabilities?
Maybe briefly, but nothing that I recall.
The fact that he can just so nonchalantly sit up there and be like, no,
don't
care.
Don't remember. Why aren't they being refreshed on this yearly? Are they not required to complete a certain amount of training hours per year?
You would think.
You have to as a teacher. You have to as a realtor.
Several disability rights organizations have noted the first officer goes after Tyrone immediately. So the problems in this case run deeper than a lack of training about deafness. But they underscore it's still vital since 1.1 million Arizonans are hard of hearing and 20,000 are culturally deaf. Now, we also heard back from the State Police Board, and they confirmed they've now reached out to every police agency in Arizona about the training.
What do you think about today's case? Let us know in the comments below.